Hi, welcome to Learn English and Practice with Marie. Today we're going to do Advanced Vocabulary Builder lesson number 67. We'll go through 10 advanced words and talk about their definitions, parts of speech, and a couple of example sentences. We'll finish with a story for some extra practice and do a quick review. This is a series, so if you like this video, subscribe for more. Let's get going. First, listen to me read the words. Incarnate, Cosmopolitan, Hypocrite, Speculative, Antagonism, Medley, Opprobrious, Capacious, Vertigo, Homogeneous. First, incarnate. This means existing in the flesh, embodied, as an adjective, embody or represent a deity or spirit in human form, as a verb. So incarnate has to do with this idea of representing something that isn't here. So we all know Michael Jackson, a famous musician, passed away. So if a young musician was up and coming and embodying the spirit of Michael Jackson, one might say that he's Michael Jackson incarnate. Okay. Examples we have are the character in the novel seemed to be evil incarnate, embodying all that was malicious. The young musician was Mozart incarnate, captivating the audience with every note. Cosmopolitan. This means including or containing people from many different countries, as an adjective, of a plant or animal found all over the world, adjective, a worldly person, noun, or a plant or animal found all over the world as a noun. So there's a lot of little definitions there, but the thing they all have in common is this concept of being worldly or having to do with many countries or the world. So you can talk about someone's worldview as being cosmopolitan, being open to many cultures, ideas, places, and I'd say that's a pretty good worldview to have. So examples are the city's cosmopolitan atmosphere welcomed people from diverse cultures and backgrounds. The cosmopolitan nature of the restaurant's menu offered dishes from around the world. Hypocrite. This means a person who says one thing and does another. It's a noun. So when someone gives advice or tells people to do something contrary to what they do or the example they set, you could call them hypocritical or call them a hypocrite. So an example of a hypocrite might be a teacher saying, never be late for class. Don't show up even a moment late. But that teacher themselves is late all the time. That teacher would be a hypocrite in that situation. Examples are, he preached honesty, but was a hypocrite, often telling lies himself. The company's CEO was seen as a hypocrite, advocating for environmental responsibility while polluting rivers. Speculative. This means engaged in, expressing, or based on conjecture rather than knowledge, as an adjective, or when speaking of an investment involving a high risk of loss, as an adjective. So this word speculative has to do with guessing based off of limited information and trying to make arguments about what might happen in the future or what is gonna occur based off of that limited information. So for example, if a new position opens up at a company that's a promotion and everyone's wondering who's gonna get it, it would be very speculative to say, oh, well, Randy has been with the company for 20 years. I think he's gonna get the position. That would be speculative. Examples are, the novel presented a speculative theory about the origin of the universe. The stock market was highly speculative, with investors making risky bets on future trends. Antagonism. This means active hostility or opposition. It's a noun. So this idea of antagonism can be seen in college sports, for example, in the United States. University of Michigan and Ohio State are rivals in terms of their college sports, and there's some antagonism between those who root for one school versus another school. Examples are the constant antagonism between the two political parties hindered progress in the legislature. The workplace was fraught with antagonism, creating a toxic environment among colleagues. Medley. This means a varied mixture of people or things as a noun, mixed as an adjective. So a medley means basically a mixture. And I've heard this word a lot in the context of foods. So you might have a medley of fresh vegetables or a medley of desserts. And that just means an assortment, a variety. And also in the context of music, you might hear medleys where it's one song after the other, a variety, a mix. Examples are the singer performed a medley of classic hits, captivating the audience with various melodies. The salad was a colorful medley of fresh greens, tomatoes, and assorted vegetables. Opprobrious. This means of language expressing scorn or criticism. It's an adjective. So this is not a positive word. Opprobrious means kind of a negative thing. It's this idea of remarks or an expression that you don't agree or something someone is saying is bad or negative. Examples are he was subjected to opprobrious remarks for his unpopular opinions. The forum descended into an opprobrious debate with participants hurling insults at each other. Capacious. This means having a lot of space inside as an adjective, roomy as an adjective. So this idea of capacious means that there's a lot of space. A luxury home, a mansion, might be described as capacious because it's got a lot of room and space and places to be. Examples are the capacious trunk of the car could hold all their luggage for the road trip. The wardrobe had capacious shelves, offering plenty of room for organizing clothes. Vertigo. This means a sensation of whirling and loss of balance caused by looking down from a great height or by disease affecting the inner ear. As a noun, giddiness as a noun. So vertigo is something that's caused by an illness or when you're staring down from a cliff or a great height and it's this spinning sensation. It almost knocks you down. I hope that in your life you don't experience vertigo ever, or if you do, it's rarely because it's really unpleasant. And this second meaning, giddiness, is just this idea that you're so happy and excited that you're almost going to pass out. You're almost going to fall on the floor. You're like losing your sense of place and might collapse out of this excitement. Examples are standing on the edge of the cliff, she felt a sudden bout of vertigo, making her dizzy. The medical condition caused recurrent episodes of vertigo, making everyday activities challenging. Homogeneous. This means of the same kind as an adjective, alike, adjective, consisting of parts all of the same kind as an adjective. So this idea of homogeneous has to do with sameness, all right, or similarity. You can call a lot of communities in the United States homogeneous because people of the same like ethnic, typically income, backgrounds all live there. And a lot of the reason why the United States has a lot of homogeneous communities is because of structural racism and the problematic history that the United States has. But it's a good example of the word homogeneous. Like everyone in a city or community kind of has a similar background. Examples are the classroom was a homogeneous group of students all sharing similar academic goals. The town's architecture was homogeneous, featuring buildings of a similar style and era. So, let's read a story for some extra practice. In the heart of bustling New York City, Madeline, a wealthy heiress, epitomized the cosmopolitan lifestyle. Her penthouse, a lavish abode, overlooked the skyline, adorned with a medley of sleek art pieces and eclectic furniture. Madeline adored shopping, the incarnate expression of her opulent taste. Yet, her lavish lifestyle led some to dub her a hypocrite as she championed charity but indulged in excessive spending. Strolling through high end boutiques, she indulged in a speculative spree, eyeing designer pieces with a shopping bag in hand. Her constant shopping, however, drew opprobrious glances from onlookers who labeled her behavior as frivolous. Despite her love for the city's cosmopolitan vibe, the antagonism of the elite social circles often left her feeling isolated in a homogeneous world of wealth and privilege. One day, in a pursuit of the perfect ensemble, Madeline entered a boutique with a vertigo inducing collection of couture. Overwhelmed by the choices, she realized her shopping wasn't fulfilling her. In that moment, an epiphany struck her, a desire for more meaningful connections beyond the superficialities of her cosmopolitan lifestyle. Taking a break from the speculative rush, Madeline redirected her attention towards philanthropy, recognizing the true value of giving back and striving to rectify the perceived hypocritical aspects of her opulent lifestyle. In a turn of events, she decided to use her wealth not only for personal indulgence, but also for making a difference in the lives of others. So, let's review these words one more time. Incarnate. Incarnate. This means existing in the flesh, embodied, or represented in human form. Cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan. This means having to do with many different countries or being worldly in some way. Hypocrite. Hypocrite. This is a person who says one thing and does another. Speculative. Speculative. This is engaged in, expressing, or based off of conjecture rather than knowledge, and it can have to do with investments that involve a high risk of loss. Antagonism. Antagonism. This has to do with active hostility or opposition. Medley. Medley. This is varied mixture or mixed. Opprobrious. Opprobrious. This is language expressing scorn or criticism. Capacious. Capacious. Having a lot of space, roomy. Vertigo. Vertigo. This is dizziness, often having to do with an illness that causes this dizziness or giddiness. Homogeneous. Homogeneous. This has to do with sameness and being alike. So let me read these words one more time. Incarnate, cosmopolitan, hypocrite, speculative, antagonism, medley, opprobrious, capacious, vertigo, homogeneous. Great job today. There are other videos like this on this channel, and there will be more. Please go ahead and ask questions in the comments below, and I'll put playlists and videos right here. Thanks so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!